It's time for Transfer Talk on Football Daily, and what a show we have for you. It's all happening in the Premier League, with managers coming and going at a ferocious pace, and the winter transfer window set to be one of the best in recent years. Here is all the top gossip and rumours in the papers right now. Where else to start but at Newcastle, whose new owners have reportedly been dealt a huge blow in their hunt for a new manager. 15 days ago they dispensed with Steve Bruce, though yesterday it appeared as though they'd settled on Villarreal boss Unai Emery as the man they wanted next. It was even widely reported in English media that they wanted the Spaniard at St James's Park in time for the Magpies clash with Brighton this Saturday. But overnight it looks like their ambitions have been left in tatters, with Guillem Balaguer and other respectable journalists in Spain claiming Emery has now rejected the chance to take over at Newcastle. According to Balaguer, the clear lack of vision and unnecessary pressure to join, plus the comfort of his family at Villarreal, changed his mind following the Yellow Submarines' 2-0 victory over Young Boys in the Champions League. Newcastle were even ready to pay the £6 million necessary to release him from the contract with the club. Where Amanda Staveley and the Newcastle board go next is anyone's guess. Eddie Howe has reportedly been interviewed too, but after clearly appearing second best, may think twice before joining the new Saudi project. Newcastle have a massive job on their hands if they're going to stay up this season, which will only get tougher the longer a manager continues to elude them. Next to Marco Ascensio, whose future could lie in the Premier League. The attacking midfielder is into his 6th full season with Real Madrid, although the moments of genius that saw him explode onto the scene back in 2016 are becoming an increasingly rare sight. A knee injury 2 seasons ago has seemingly derailed his career, as since 2018 he's only scored 12 league goals and watched his game time plunge. Despite his struggles, the 25-year-old is still a wanted man. From Italy, Juventus and AC Milan are reportedly very keen on bidding for the former Espanyol star in January, although Germany's Borussia Dortmund are said to be favourites for his signature. However, El Nacional in Spain have claimed that Liverpool and Arsenal also want Ascensio, with both informing Madrid of their intentions to talk business this winter. Asensio's contract expires in the summer of 2023, so if Flo Perez is serious about selling the Spanish international, now might be the time. El Nacional believe Carlo Ancelotti wants to hang on to Asensio after Rodrigo's latest injury, but if he can't rise to the occasion over the next few months, then even the Italian may accept it's best to let him move elsewhere. A current transfer market value of £30 million looks like a top-end price for him right now, so let's see what happens next. It's time for our headline story, and what else could we possibly be discussing than Antonio Conte's shock return to the Premier League? The Italian has signed an 18-month deal at Tottenham Hotspur, who only sacked Nuno Espirito Santo on Monday after a fairly dismal 17 games in charge. Conte had been Spurs' main target back in the summer, and the Telegraph are reporting his decision to finally relent to their advances will earn him a cool £20 million. But Conte has a reputation for being notoriously hard to please in the transfer market, and sure enough, it appears he has demanded a hefty war chest for the winter window. According to Gazzetta dello Sport, top of his list is Fiorentina sensation Dusan Vlahovic. Only this week we reported on Eurofootball Daily that the Serbian forward was keen on a move to Juventus, who are trying to sell Aaron Ramsey in order to fund his £50 million asking price. However, Conte's arrival at Spurs could spell bad news for the old lady's ambitions. The 21-year-old will not come cheap, but after scoring 29 goals in his last 48 league appearances, there is no doubting his talent. And with Harry Kane struggling to spark this term, getting a new striker is surely top priority for Spurs. Staying in Serie A, Gazzetta dello Sport claims Conte also wants AC Milan star Franck Kessie, Lazio right-back Manuel Lazzari, and Inter Milan centre-half Stefan De Vrij. Kessie is up for grabs after continuously rejecting Milan's efforts to extend his current deal, which expires this summer. He reportedly wants around £6 million a year to stay with the Rossoneri, but is prepared to leave if needs be. Should that happen, Spurs could look to steal a march from their rivals and sign the 24-year-old this winter, while Milan can still command a fee. Lazzari, meanwhile, could be the perfect choice at right wing-back within Conte's preferred 3-5-2 formation, having played there for Spal and Lazio. The 27-year-old would provide much-needed competition for Emerson Royal and Matt Doherty, who have both struggled to inspire since moving to North London. Stefan De Vrij, however, is a blockbuster addition for any side. The 29-year-old was a key figure for Conte at Inter, though could be available with the club still desperate for cash. Football Insider even reckons his asking price starts at a modest £34 million. The Netherlands international is said to be Conte's priority target in defence, although a move for his Inter teammate Alessandro Bastoni has also been mooted in the press. Whatever happens, these are hugely exciting times for any Spurs supporter. But Spurs fans, we want to hear from you. Who do you really think will be heading your way this winter, and how excited are you about Antonio Conte? Let us know in the comments. And we aren't quite finished with Tottenham just yet, as they're also being linked with Inter's Marcelo Brozovic. The Croatian is widely considered one of the best holding midfielders in the world, having represented the Nerazzurri since 2015. But after over 250 games at the San Siro, this season could be his last with the club, having so far failed to agree new terms over a contract which is expiring this summer. According to Inter Live, the club's offer of €5 million per year is €1 million less than what the 28-year-old is after, while there are concerns the Serie A champions won't be able to afford the necessary additional agent fees involved in the deal. And to make matters worse for Inter, Spurs are just one of many clubs closely monitoring Brozovic's situation. Reports out of Croatia claim the Lily Whites had a £36 million bid for the midfielder rejected last summer, but will return to the negotiation table now Antonio Conte is at the helm. However, they face serious competition from Manchester United. Inter Live believe the Red Devils are genuinely interested in Brozovic, having finally accepted they might just need to upgrade their midfield options of Fred, Scott McTominay and Nemanja Matic. What's more, they would have no problem matching Brozovic's wage demands should he head to Old Trafford. The Sun have linked Newcastle United with a bid for his services too, but take that as you will. The Nerazzurri might still be favourites to get a contract extension over the line, but as we've seen, things change very quickly in football, so don't be surprised if Brozovic heads to the Premier League in January after all. Next to Arsenal, who have some intriguing transfer plans of their own this winter, particularly up front where they could use reinforcements. We've recently brought you the news Mikel Arteta is eyeing up Real Madrid's Luka Jovic as a potential target, and nothing has changed there, with the Express now claiming they're ready to make a concrete offer for the Serbian. But should they fail to land the 23-year-old from Los Blancos on loan, then they have a tantalising reserve option in the bank. According to Calcio Mercato in Italy, Arsenal are firmly in the mix to sign Torino contract rebel Andrea Belotti. The 27-year-old will be a free agent this summer, with Vigratana still unable to tie down the forward to a new deal. Only this weekend he told DAZN his preference was to stay with the Turin-based club, who he captains and has represented since 2015. But with no solution in sight, a move away looks increasingly likely. Calcio Mercato believe Arsenal are one of 3 credible options for Belotti, alongside AC and Inter Milan, both clubs with an ageing front line. However, the Gunners' hopes of luring Belotti out of Italy could be hindered by the fact he supported AC Milan as a boy, with the Rossoneri reportedly his destination of choice should a move be on the cards. So Arsenal might be better turning their attentions back to Jovic in the short term. That said, Belotti's record of 107 goals in 235 appearances for Torino is too good to ignore, so it might just be worth going in for the Italian international while they can. But Gunners fans, who do you prefer? Let us know in the comments. And finally, we have news of yet another potential managerial swap in the Premier League. Already we've seen Xisco Munoz chop for Claudio Ranieri at Watford, Nuno switch for Conte, and Steve Bruce given his marching orders. But next up appears to be Aston Villa's Dean Smith, whose side are tipping towards a relegation battle, having lost 6 of their opening 10 matches to sit 15th. That's despite spending over £90 million to replace Jack Grealish in the summer. And who should be favourites to replace Smith but the man being linked with every vacancy in the game right now, Paulo Fonseca. Fonseca has been out of work since leaving the Giallorossi last summer and has so far been in the running for the Tottenham and Newcastle job. But the villains might just be his level considering their solid mid-table credentials. But will Smith really be fired? Sportsmail believe he still has the support of Villa's CEO Christian Perslow, but after 4 straight defeats could be entering borrowed time. That's despite his excellent work leading the West Midlands outfit to promotion in 2019 and establishing them as a Premier League force once more. But Villa fans, do you really want Smith gone? And would Fonseca genuinely be an upgrade should that happen? You know what to do. So that's it for another week of transfer talk. What do you make of all the managerial changes in the Premier League and Newcastle's hunt for a new manager? Let us know in the comments down below. Make sure you're liked and subscribed to Football Daily with the notification bell switched on, and we'll see you next time.